What's up everyone, it is me Jared over here at VXVision 1394. Today I'm going to show you guys how to take footage from this TRV900 MiniDV, recorded to tape, and transfer it to this Sony Vaio laptop via a Firewire cable. Let's get into it. Alright, I'm back, and the first thing you're going to want to do, of course, is record some footage. So I will do that now with this camcorder. You might already have footage recorded, but I'm going to do this in the meantime, just to show everything working. So, throw a tape in the camcorder, turn it on, and I'm just going to record like, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute or something like that of footage of different things. So let's record this screen for like 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's zoom up here, record another 5 seconds approximately. Let's go over here, another 5. And yeah, just bear with me. I'm just going to record some, just so you guys can see how this all, see how it all works. Let's zoom in on this. Now this is also the camcorder that has, you can hear, it's not doing it so much right now, but this is the TRV900 that I did the video of where you could hear the zoom. So I'm just doing that a few times, and hopefully, I just want it to show up on tape. Although during my unboxing I showed all this, but okay, that's about a minute of footage. I'm just going to turn the camcorder off at this point. Let's turn the computer on. This will all be sold as a bundle. This Vaio, I factory restored back to the original Sony Vaio specs. So when it boots up, you'll be able to see that. I didn't uninstall anything, any of the programs. You guys are welcome to do that. Use the computer as you wish. Although I don't recommend using this computer for anything but a capture computer. You can do whatever you want with it, but it's an older, this is an older Vaio with Vista Home Premium. So the concept here is just to use this computer to capture the video. I really wouldn't even do any editing on this computer either. I'm gonna kind of show you guys what to do to set up a different either folder, or you can record to an external hard drive when you do your capturing, whichever you prefer. And then I would suggest just doing your editing on another computer that's more current, which would be more powerful and be able to run editing software and stuff like that easier. So as you can see, this is just factory. All this stuff is gonna kind of boot up at the beginning. You can turn this stuff off if you wish. I'm just gonna exit out of this stuff at the moment. Okay, next step is we are going to connect the camcorder to the laptop via the Firewire port, which is right down here at the bottom. Now these cables, this is a 4-pin Firewire port as well as cable. They only go into the port one way, so just kind of look. There's a little notch or indentation, so just kind of match that up. Plug one end into the camcorder, and then the other goes into the computer here on the right side. Same way, only one way it plugs in. So Plug that into the laptop. Let me open the door here, and we're going to turn this to playback. I should get a pop-up here showing that it is communicating with the camcorder, which it does. We're just going to exit out of this. We don't want to use that. In the meantime, I want to cue my footage back to where I want to start capturing from. So I'm just rewinding back to the point where I started recording. That's a little far. This is previous. And then let me, once it starts playing, I'll pause it just to kind of hold it in place. Okay. Now you want to start up. This is just pre-installed software that came on the computer. I don't even know if I'd recommend installing anything else to it. Maybe a piece of software that was designed for this era. You could look and install something that way. But this is pre-installed factory software. Vaio movie story. This will work just fine to capture your footage. This pop-up happens every time. You can select this box if you don't want it to. I'm just going to leave it alone. Now we want to come right up here and we want to click on Add and Import from Device. Click on that. And we want to come right down here to Video Camcorder iLink Connection. iLink is synonymous with Firewire or DV. It's the cable. Okay, now this is your capture window. And something that's very important is right down here. So we want to select this drop down, and that gives us an option to select where we want the captured video to be saved to. And I think for this purpose, I'm just going to click here to kind of exit out of that for a second. I'm going to put a new folder on the desktop, and I'll just label it capture. So now I'm going to reselect this. I'll come down here to select folder, and I'm going to select the capture folder that I just made. So all the video footage will go to that. Here's where I recommend you could do this one of two ways. Either have an external hard drive that you would plug in via USB and then transfer your footage to that, or you could record it after the fact to like a USB thumb drive or something like that. There isn't a lot, I don't know exactly what the hard drive capacity is on this. Let me just look. In the meantime, video footage takes up a lot of space. So you don't have a lot to begin with. 125 gigs. I mean, it's enough to do, you know, a tape or something like that, 60 minutes of footage. But instead of recording it to the hard drive and then having to transfer it after the fact, you might as well just have an external hard drive plugged in. And then you're directly transferring the footage to the hard drive, and it kind of saves a step. So that's why I suggest that. So I need to go back down here and I need to select my capture folder. And then basically you just click capture. So now it's capturing this footage or video. It's playing. You can see it on there. And I'll just let it capture. Yeah, you can kind of hear the zoom in there, and you'll hear it later. Yeah, hear that? I'm just going to record some, just so you guys can see how this all, see how it all works. And then basically when it's done, which it should be here soon, I'm just going to click that stop capture. I guess I can let it go for a little bit and do the zooms here.
I'm doing it so much right now. But this is the TRV900 that I did the video of where you could hear the zoom. So I'm just doing that a few times and hopefully...
and when this goes blue screen, you know that it's done, and I'll just click stop. There it is. Okay, so let's stop this up here. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the camcorder off at this point. Shut the screen, unplug the Firewire cable from there, as well as over here on the camera. This isn't like crucial steps, I'm just doing this to kind of like finalize it, you know. We can, let me scoot this over here. And we can exit out of that. It's going to add the content in here because it is assuming that we're going to edit our video in Movie Story, which you can do it. You can probably get a basic video out of it. I just don't know how well it's going to render out, which means finalize the video appropriately. You know, if you were to add transitions or titles or anything like that, I can't guarantee that it's going to, just because of the computing power. Maybe basic stuff, yes, but anything real labor intensive, I do all my editing on the desktop PC. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. We don't need to save the changes because the footage is saved right here. So I'll open up the capture folder. And then you'll see all the segments or all the clips that I captured. Let's just kind of select them all, play them. Turn the volume up. And that's basically it. That's how simple it is. That's how you capture your footage.
I'm doing it so much right now. But this is the TRV900 that I did the video of where you can hear the zoom. So I'm just doing that a few times and hopefully...
And I'm doing this video because, like I said, I'm selling this package. So first time I've sold a package with a laptop or a capturing device. So I just wanted, you know, everybody out there to be able to see that how to do it for one, and that everything is fully functioning. Yeah, you hear that? That's the zoom. I can't do anything about that. It works fine. It just, the microphone on the camcorder picks up that little bit of zoom feature, or the zoom sound.
Seconds approximately.
And this is the last clip. They were out of order, but this is the last clip out of all of them. So yeah, that's it. That's how simple it is. There's really not much to it. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this folder and I'll empty it from the recycle bin. So yeah, I know this was quick, but it's really easy. So yeah, I'm gonna list this, the bundle, the laptop, the camcorder, and a bunch of other accessories with it on eBay. If you have any questions on how to do stuff, I'll do my best to, you know, add like some support. You know, I can't help with everything, but you know, if you guys drop comments or questions or something like that, I'll do my best to help out. I don't want it to turn into like customer support or, you know, I use this to get on the internet and now the computer isn't working. Well, you know, like I said, I'm disclaiming, don't even turn it on to the internet. Just leave it as is. Don't connect it to Wi-Fi. You don't need to. Just use it as a capture device only. and, you know, everything should be good. You know, these are all older pieces of electronics, so anything can fail at any point. I'm not trying to scam nobody. I'm not trying to just make a quick buck. eBay is my business at the moment. So, you know, I want to put this stuff in the hands. I'm a collector. You can see this is my little passion projects of mine. So it's not just trying to get one over. I'm just trying to get these pieces in hands of people who want to use it. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I think I'll cut it at this point. Appreciate everybody who has watched any of the videos. I also will, you know, super appreciate anybody who purchases stuff from me. And yeah, I'll be back with more videos in the future. And like I said, if you have any questions, comments, or whatever, I'll do my best to get to them. So appreciate it. Thank you. And I'll see you in the future for another video. Later.